there is no problem.
كبيرة بس امسك هذا المايك بلاش
في بس صحور اخرى
دير بالك عليه بس البوز تبع بلاش هيك
انا مش جاي معكم.
بيوض هذا نقر شماوي
تعرفهم؟
بعرفهم دارهم يعني بس كلهم احنا من الشركات معنا هيك صار عندنا
نكبس عليهم كبسه انه يعني جايين نشوف
انزل عليهم في الاول لان هذولاك الحين تلاقيهم بطخهم انا بعرفهم السواحل
انا في حدا في اسماء
بس انا عندي مرة على قد ابني.
Just attack يلا go. بلغ ال10 محطات وال10 راديوهات. اطلع على الشرطة خليك تعانوا الطريق. You motherfucker. There is a new list about the prisoners. They are going to release him and it will be exclusive for Ma'an to do this, you know. تدوش مسكر. وين ناصر؟ شو وين تعرف وين هو؟
لا بديش اطبع فؤاد بطبع. ايش يا عمر؟ جاهز؟
جاهزين يا هاي نطلع على الهواء. اسمع خلص ايمن هاي دخل ناصر وين نطلع على الهواء. بس اطلعوا لي بس ابعدوا لي من ورا ناصر.
تسوي هيك وخلص اوكي. ابو لبن منذر رضوان مصطفى عباس نجدي علي سامي. Every Palestinian family here has a prisoner. Every family send their boys and girls to the prison.
الله يفتش عصرهم كلهم بس يطلعوا كلهم بيستاهلوا الزلمه بس لحاله ما بيستاهل. يا ربي الحمد لله يا ربي. والله البنت اصلح منمها والله ما لسانها مرة.
بهالبشريه دي كويسه
تبعدهم قدام اللايت
وان شاء الله ربنا بيفرجها عليك وعلى جميع الشباب يابا.
هاي
يا عم شباب
الف مبروك هاتك علينا
والله عليك الله.
Normally here the people they are under pressure, they are so sad. Believe me, the most nice things I would like to do to bring good news for the people.
We have a very big conflict between us and the Israelis on the land. It's like very complicated situation. Some of the Palestinians find to defend the land through being in Hamas party, and the other party in Fatah says that no, we have to negotiate with the Israelis, and this negotiation started since a long time, like more than 10 years. And we have no achievements. For us as a Palestinians, news, politics news, it's very much important. We are, under occupation, and still, even with the Palestinian Authority, we are not stable yet. People watch the news more because they may have the hope that maybe they can say something new.
تكمن أهمية المشاركة في الانتخابات التشريعية بالمساهمة في صنع القرار السياسي، فلا تحرم نفسك عزيزي المواطن المشاركة بالتغيير. أميرة حنانية، تلفزيون بيت لحم، شبكة معن التلفزيونية.
احنا شو نعمل يعني شو متى يعني غلبتنا
تهدي بس هذول.
Everybody is looking to Ma'an because they want to have an independent source, and this is what we try to tell. We give the people the two stories, the story of Hamas and the story of Fatah, and of course When we have the story, we tell them our story.
Media in Palestine has been dominated by the Palestinian fractions. Hamas will go through their Hamas ideology. It's good to die, it's good to be shaheed because God will accept you and put you in heaven. Same thing with the other political fractions, but all over it has been dominated by somebody's vision and somebody's theory and somebody's ideology, regardless of the group. So you will never have any radio or TV station saying what the regular Palestinian is saying about other issues.
We are trying to build a country here. We're starting from scratch to build a country. So I think the role of media is, the first role is to tell the people the story, what's happening here, without interfering.
At MAN, we decided that we want something that we will report on. I don't want Fatah to tell me what to say, and I don't want Hamas to tell me what to say. I don't want even the president to tell me what to say. I want to say whatever I want to say, because I'm part of this people, and I have my views, and I have my opinions. And part of the membership in the network, you have to satisfy the need of being independent. You are not part of Fatah, you are not part of Hamas, you are not part of any political fraction, and at any single moment your radio or TV station adopts any of these ideologies, you're out of the network.
We don't judge the people because of their religion, because of their color, because of their beliefs, because we judge the people because of their work. If they do anything wrong, if it is the occupation, or it's United States, or it is Hamas, or it is Fatah, or it is Al-Qaeda, we speak against Al-Qaeda. We speak against Condoleezza Rice. We speak against Hamas. We speak against Fatah. We speak against the fighters. We speak against these people who throw the rockets from Gaza, because we believe these things are touching the human rights.
I wasn't smoking, but when I enter the jail, the Israeli prison, I start smoking because of the stress, and it became a habit, bad habit, or good habit in the Middle East. I like the titles and the headlines in the Israeli newspapers. They knew more than us how to make the headlines. I like that. More short, more summarized, more action. I learned the Hebrew language in the Israeli prison. Any event in this area have two elements, Palestinian element, Israeli. So I'm giving, and this is the first time in the Middle East, I'm giving the whole picture, the two sides. إذا قاتل في رشوة لتسيون معروف هويته، هو اسمه قتل وهرب. بدأوا الأمريكيون بدأوا بإغلاق الحنفية كما يقول التقرير، يعملون بأن هذا الزحف من الدولار لن يصل ويحطم هذه القيمة المعنوية للشيكل هنا.
علاقتنا يعني مرتبطة أو قضايانا مرتبطة بإسرائيل، فإحنا بنتابع الحكي هذا تماما، خصوصا إنه دقيق ناصر لحام وبترجم ترجمة فورية ويعني وبحيادية تامة، فإحنا بنتابعه على أساس إنه يعني نفهم قضيتنا وجهة النظر الإسرائيلية فينا في مشاكلنا في.
It started in 2002 as a response to Intifadat al-Aqsa, where the economy was collapsing and a deteriorating situation in the society. And local TV stations with lack of
income, it's very hard to convince potential investors to invest in MAN.
TV stations, they decided to do a cooperative between all of them.
This is one of the biggest challenges that we're facing at MAN Network, which is the donor funding and the sustainability of the organization. This is mainly our main source of revenue to the organization to survive.
There is always a financial problem. When you speak about media in a conflict area, we live in a country with a war.
English, Arabic. Can you please don't stay here, stay there, okay? Where there? There, next to the tree, okay? But no problem. Do it over there. You have cameras. You can do zoom. No problem. Do pictures. I don't care, but not here, okay?
I told him that we are in a hurry. We need to go. He said it's just only 30 seconds, and after that you'll be allowed to go anywhere you want. They are removing all the checkpoints and everything. Soldiers usually get afraid from our cameras more than their weapons. If you have a machine gun, maybe you can shoot him, but nobody will know. But if you got a photo for him while he is doing something against human rights, you can show it to all of the world. It's really hard to feel that you are working and you are always in danger. Just try to think about it. When you go out from the home, you just say goodbye to your girlfriend or maybe to your parents. If you are living with them, just goodbye, because you don't know if you are coming back or not. Anytime you might be shot, injured, killed. 2 rubber bullets in my leg. Tear gas goes from the Israeli soldier machine gun straight to my chest, and it was in close range. I got stone in my back from Palestinians. So we are always getting shots from Palestinians and Israelis. In our region, photographers are beaten, are shot, are killed. While in other places they have all the respect. Because just we are Palestinians, we are not demonstrating, we are not throwing stones on Israeli soldiers, we are not holding guns or weapons, we are just holding our cameras. As my father keep telling me, this is what you are looking forward to be? This is the career that you choose? My cousins, my uncles, my aunts, everyone. But I told him this is the thing I like. I love to do this. I'm not following any faction. Or I'm not Fatih, I'm not Hamas, I'm not communist, I'm just a journalist.
You know why I brought this?
Why?
When I go to the court, it's a religious, sorry. So I'm gonna meet Sheikh. Must be restrictive, so I have to wear it on my shoulders like this.
Some wives and some women really face some difficulties to get divorced or to get their kids in their nursery. It's not one report. So it's a full project. What would be a success to change it?
شو هالشيء سيادة الشيخ؟ بداية بنية التشريع عندنا في البلد وقانون الأحوال الشخصية اللي سابق، هل بتشوف من القضايا اللي بتجوكوا يوميا إنه منصف للمرأة؟ أو هل تشكي النساء من إنه غير منصف ومش حقيقي؟
يعني القانون عالج مشاكل كثير في الأحوال الشخصية، لكن احنا تقدمنا منذ عدة سنوات بمشروع قانون أحوال شخصية فلسطيني، وهو مقدم أمام المجلس التشريعي منذ عدة سنوات ولم يتم مناقشته أتوقع حتى الآن.
احنا حنحكي لكن احنا بس بدنا جواب هاي النقطة، إنه هل سن 14 سنة و6 أشهر و21 يوم أو 15 سنة هل هي مؤهلة عقليا وخلينا نحكي ثقافيا؟
نعم، إذا كان هذا السن هي مؤهلة طبعا للدخول في الحياة الزوجية، ولكن يعني يرجع هذا الأمر إلى الثقافة البيتية يعني الموجودة عند والدتها أو والدها. يعني الثقافة البيتية عنصر مهم عند الفتاة.
ما تحكي لنا عن الزواج المبكر، شو رأيك بالزواج المبكر؟
والله أنا مش مع ولا ضد، بس أنا بالنسبة لي حلو البنت إنها توفي تعليمها، إنها تكون شخصية خاصة فيها.
بس بحكي إنه في قوانين مرات بتكون مش مرتبطة بالدين، يعني مرات تكون في أشياء في الواقع تحتاج لقانون، يمكن إنه الدين نفسه مش ما في لها يعني في الدين إشي يعني.
One of the biggest projects that we were dreaming to do is the news bulletin, TV news bulletin, and reach the whole Palestinian territories with a central news bulletin. And this will be the first time that an independent media outlet in Palestine would do a TV news bulletin.
We're planning to do this daily news bulletin. We're still looking for some money to do that. And hopefully, if the things works good, Amira will be one of these people.
جزء اقتطعوا لشركة الكهرباء والباقي سد ما عليك من ديون أخرى.
It will be much easier for me if I will work in the TV bulletin show, because the news show, I will not have to move from country to country and city to city. Even that I really like from time to time to do some features, but it's hard to do it every day. When I get married, it was a curfew. When I had my kids, when I delivered, it was a curfew too. The curfew that soldiers in a jeep would go in that street and say no one had to move, no one had to go out from his house. It's in the speakers, and no one go out. Everybody has to stay in the house till they say again in the speakers, you can go now. It's a horrible situation that you are not free to do whatever you want. الله شو مشتغل مايك يا حبيبي هذا؟
أكل أنا؟
أشرب.
عشان تحرك السكر.
يا رب. بس هاي وخلص. بس هاي وخلص. يلا باي ماما. صباح الخير.
سمسم شارعنا، سمسم حارتنا، زوروا شارعنا، زوروا حارتنا.
I think Sesame Street program is very good for my kids. I think it's the best kids program in the West Bank and Gaza, and it's produced in Amman.
Having good media for children in Palestine is important for more than one reason. First of all, because children everywhere, not only in Palestine, are the people of the future. It is very important to try to maintain for them the notion that they are children. Yes, children in Palestine grow up too quickly because they have really to confront realities that usually in other societies they do not.
نحن رواد الغد سنعيد لهذه الأمة مجدها وسنحرر الأقصى إن شاء الله وسنحرر العراق إن شاء الله وسنحرر بلاد المسلمين التي تجتاحها هذه الأفناء القتلة.
Hamas now trying to keep the masses, if you want. They are using things like this Mickey Mouse who is talking to children about war and so, and you know, slogans and icons like Al-Aqsa and so on. That's very bad, but it's politics, you know. That's why we don't want to be there.
محمد كيف الوضع معك؟
على كل
مش كتير مقابلات
في تعال كيف بدك تسوي المقابله. خلص اول شيء هلا منتج عمرات كله راح يكون ورانا.
This is a promotion project about this resort. We're doing it like a small feature about them. It's like silly work. It's not serious. We are doing it only for money. Yes, it is. It's for money. Am I saying something wrong? It's the truth.
Thank you.
We have a long way to walk. At the beginning, when I start seeing my photos on Google, Yahoo, AP, Reuters, AFP, Washington Times, New York Times, feel that you're not in prison like we feel here, surrounded with checkpoints and walls. You are here, but your work is surrounded all over the world. You feel proud about it, and you feel that you done something, you made something. هلا كيفك؟ شو اخبارك؟
شايف هذا هو الجدار.
You see the wall?
ايوه عملها.
Did you see the wall? Do you like the wall? It's nice. We are going to this king of the soldier to let us pass, and we have to stay in this line until the moment he feel like he has good mood to let us move.
The worst thing if he came to his shift after a big fight with his girlfriend. You'll never pass.
كلام بتدخن دول بيقولها
هذه هويتي كمان يعني بالمرة.
We are going to interview Dr. Saeb Erekat. Hamas, in this moment, they believe that Saeb Erekat is broken their policy. So it is internal interview, and it will be also about the Israeli-Palestinian conditions.
A lot of information regarding to the future situation with the Israelis is coming through Saeb Erekat.
السيدات والسادة إخوتي وأخواتي، لقاء جديد مع الدكتور صابر عرقات رئيس دائرة المفاوضات في منظمة التحرير الفلسطينية، ومن الشخصيات السياسية البارزة المقربة من الرئيس أبو مازن. في دكتور صابر كتوطئة للحديث بعد التحية، إلى أين تتجه الأمور؟
استمرار الانقلاب اللي حدث في غزة ونتائجه، الشعب الفلسطيني يتجه نحو مأساة سياسية بكل ما الكلمة معنى. وجدنا كنا نقول لهذه الحكومة أنتم حكومة الشعب الفلسطيني كله. هناك فرق بين وظيفة الفصيل والحزب ووظيفة الحكومة. نريد نجاحكم، من يريد نجاحكم.
يعني هكذا يظهر وكأن حماس لا تعرف بماذا تقوم. كصحافة مستقلة ليس أن تأخذ يعني طرفين، وإنما أن تستقل بذهنية المشاهد الذي يشاهد القارئ الذي سيقرأ ماذا تقول. تقول للمسؤولين مسؤولي السلطات في قطاع غزة هناك عوامل دولية واتفاقات دولية، أما الالتزام فيها أو أنكم تتحملون مسؤولية المجاعة التي ستحدث في غزة. هكذا أنا فهمت صحيح؟
أنا بنصح وبقول كمواطن فلسطيني وصاحب قضية إزالة آثار الانقلاب بشكل فوري، الاحتكام للشريعة الفلسطينية ككل تجزأ. هذا هو الحل. إن لم نساعد أنفسنا لن يساعدنا أحد. يا رجل بدي أطلب من العالم مساعدتي أنا قبل ما أساعد نفسي. هذا الموجود اليوم.
أول مرة بشوفك متشائم.
مش يا رجل، هذا أصعب وأكبر مصيبة حلت بالشعب الفلسطيني في 100 عام الماضية.
The Ma'an agency, as one of the dominant news frameworks in Palestinian society, is limited. I think it really does represent that mainstream Fatah line, which is sometimes a two-state solution and always victims, usually blaming Israel.
I hate occupation. I'm against occupation. I'm a fighter against occupation. But this does not mean that I am enemy of any human being.
Ma'an mirrors the state of play in Palestinian society. Internally, the idea of a compromise and peace with Israel is still very much of a fringe opinion. On the other hand, when you put out a message that says we're ready for compromise and stripping off some of the rougher language, that sends a different kind of message. What I think it really says is that Ma'an, as a mirror of Palestinian society, is not ready to try to reconcile the two. If they move too far, then they're going to have bombs thrown at them or killed, and that the rise of Hamas has actually made that worse.
To be a Palestinian, that means to be in the examination all the time. Just imagine, any human being is always, all his life, in examination. You have to obey 100 masters and to satisfy all of them.
Shaheed means the person who fights against occupation and got killed. This is the word Shaheed, means that he got killed while he defending his land.
When a Muslim is characterized as a Shaheed, it means that they have done a wonderfully positive act of dying for Allah. And by Ma'an, in their news reporting, using the term Shaheed to refer to suicide terrorists, they are by definition giving it not only a stamp of approval, but they are glorifying the act.
I mean, normally people on the street say Shaheed. It's complicated, man. It's not something that one person can tell you.
As much as I hold Ma'an responsible here, I hold the international community that's funding Ma'an responsible, because ultimately it is the funding that allows Ma'an to continue, and if they're being negligent, then they bear responsibility as well.
And most of the word that he mentioned, when we come back to it, it's false quotation. And when Zahar says, we send istishhadi to Jerusalem, how could I change it? Because if I change it, Zahar will say to me, sorry, I didn't say you send a suicide bomber to the...
I fully expect that these countries may cut off funding to Ma'an should Ma'an continue with this type of language.
Actually, I'm leaving Ma'an within 15 days. Problems in the financial department, and they are not able to pay my salaries. So now I'm looking forward to have a new job, because if you want to live, you have to work.
Unfortunately, we fire some people or stop the contract of some people because there is no money. Today is the 1st of August, and until today we don't have salaries. In the bank we don't have salary. And the reason why is because one of our donors didn't send the payment.
I'm not married, I'm not engaged, I don't have a lot of responsibilities. I'm looking forward to go to and work in Iraq. I like to be there. I want to make a big risk in my life. Maybe I'll die. At the end, I'm gonna die. Sooner or later, I'm gonna die. Dying while doing something good, you will be always in the people's mind.
I like Ma'an. I'm really proud to say I'm working with Ma'an Network. But if I really had a good offer, I will do it. Absolutely, I will do it.
The TV news bulletin, it got terminated. They stopped the funding and they canceled the project. And we've been training, we've been developing, we've been preparing the staff to do the project, and after that, boom, it's over. We had to cancel all what we prepared. We have to tell them, cuts in budget, we can't do this, and we can't do that, and we can't do this, and we can't do that. And what will happen at the end? We will start losing the people.
The boss there, he said, Amira, I can't give you money today because I know you need money. He said, I know you need money. I know you are in need, but I can't. I said, why not? I finished your work and I need to be paid. I know everybody sees me working, but I don't take any money. You know, it's hard. You spend a lot of effort, you spend a lot of money in taxes and this stuff, but you are not paid.
I spent about 6 months looking for a job in different places in the West Bank with different agencies. And recently I heard that at this company they're looking for a salesman who works in Bethlehem. I tried my best of talking with friends of me, journalist friends who went to Iraq and who has contacts that maybe they know someone, some organization or some media organization, they want someone to work in Iraq to help me to get this contact. But all of them said that we don't want you to go there because we care about you. I'm missing the life of being a conflict photographer. Like, you are in danger, but at the same time you keep making jokes, having fun with the guys around. You don't care for anything. I am a photographer. Even I'm working as a salesman. I am a photographer. But the difference between before and now, that before people could see my photos every day in different places. But today, no one can see them except me. But I am a photographer.
هنا وفي هذا المكان المتواضع جدا تعيش أم وعد على أمل صدق الوعود لمساعدتها. 9 سنوات عبرت على مأساتها علها تنتهي بالسنة العاشرة، فقد سئمت هذه الأم الصابرة والمكافحة.
أبو طاقة أم طارق، يعني رغم شوفي إنه كيف وقفت معنا وساعدتنا إلا إنه كثير صار عندها.
For me, being in a local agency and then go to the international one makes difference to me, to my career, and also this means that I'm developing myself, which I'm really proud of it. But in the other side, I was really proud to work in my network.
يوميا بيجي
تقارير
يجي تقرير بالزخم.
العشر بيجيش منها الا تشريكة.
Nancy, did you have some changes to the script?
No, I will change it live.
I personally will stay working in this organization even if there is no money. We thank our donors that they give us, trust us. Me, myself, I am surprised what we did in the last 2 years. And everybody who looks to man, he is shocked.
ست عبير عيد مناع وليس المناع، صحيح؟
عيد المناع، المناع.
من متأكدين؟
متأكدة عيد المناع.
السيدة والسادة، إخوتي وأخواتي، أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من برنامج الأسئلة الصعبة. حلقة اليوم مع رئيس الوزراء الفلسطيني الدكتور سلام فياض، وفي مقابلة حصرية لبرنامج الأسئلة الصعبة. الدكتور سلام فياض الذي أصبح رئيسا للوزراء قبل عام لم يكن معروفا لدى الفلسطينيين في ذلك الوقت، ولكن سرعان ما أثبت نفسه فور تعيينه. ولكن وقبل أن نبدأ مقابلتنا مع الدكتور سلام فياض، دعونا
مستمعينا الأعزاء، أحلى التحيات الصباحية لكم في برنامج بصراحة عبر أثيرنا في راديو موال 101.7 FM، أو إذا كنتم تستمعون إلينا عبر الإنترنت www.mowal.bs. في برنامج بصراحة معي أنا أميرة حنانية من وراء الميكروفون، ومن الهندسة الإذاعية زميل أسامة قمصية. من جديد معكم في قضية وموضوع جديد لهذا اليوم الأربعاء 18 من تموز 2007. مستمعينا الأعزاء، موضوع الحلقة لهذا اليوم المساعدات المالية للعائلات الفلسطينية المحتاجة من قبل جهات مختلفة، وبالأخص الاتحاد الأوروبي.